Nope. Nope. I'm Mr. Gigabytes, and this is how not to replace a battery in a Unihertz Titan. So the issue is, sort of accidentally, sort of on purpose, I overcharged the battery in the Titan using wireless charging. It had been my first experience with wireless charging, and I had suspected that Unihertz did not wire the wireless charging into the rest of the charging system on the Titan. And if that was the case, basically, if you left it on the charger, you would ruin or destroy the battery. After about 6 months of leaving it on a wireless charger and taking it off and on and that type of thing, sure enough, the battery blew up. The battery was overcharged. It built up gases. It actually pushed the back out so that the wireless charging no longer worked on the phone. The coil is built into the back of the phone and connects to the circuit board of the phone through a set of contacts. But because the battery had been overcharged, it built up gases inside the pouch, and those gases need to be released. Because I need to record this little bit of video, because there were actually two of these before I took the other one off. And this is like one of those kind of like the 3M hooks that don't damage your wall. The battery's glued in, unfortunately, which I think is ridiculous. But every manufacturer's doing that now. What you got to do is you got to carefully peel this tab off, and then you pull it, just like that, and that should release the battery. Now, originally I wanted to replace the battery, just outright. Forget it. I'm not going to deal with a bad battery. So I began searching the internet for a replacement battery. Unfortunately, this battery is a bespoke battery. It is not available from anywhere that I could tell. Pulled the battery out, got the numbers off of it, did a search, did several searches, couldn't find one. What happened is I ended up getting in contact with Unihertz. And I said, hey, look, I've got a battery that went bad. Can you send me one? Am I able to get one from you? And we went back and forth a little bit, and they said, well, can you send a picture? Sure enough, I'll send you a picture. Here's the battery. It blew up. This is it. I'm not expecting it to be replaced under warranty. Just sell me one, because, like I said, it was sort of my fault that the battery blew up in the first place. They got back to me and said, nope, because of shipping restrictions, we can't send you a battery. I know that's nonsense. I know that isn't true. I've had batteries shipped from other places. I've had them shipped from China. I've never had an issue with a lithium-ion battery being shipped. I don't know why they won't sell me a battery, but they flat out refuse to sell me a battery. So in order to get this battery into working order again, get the phone back into working order, what I had to do is I had to let the air out. So I took what is essentially an insulin needle, and I just popped a small hole in the bag surrounding the battery. Now, I did this outside because if that needle pokes the battery, the battery could potentially explode, and we'd have a gigantic fire and mess and all kinds of things. So I didn't want that to happen. So just in case, I poked the battery, released the air, squeezed all the air out I could, put a little tape over it to seal up the puncture hole, and then and put it back in the phone. Everything worked great. The battery doesn't hold the charge like it used to. It gets about a day maybe, and I don't use this particular phone that much. So really, the long story short is if the battery goes out, this is how you replace it. Take your phone, throw it in the garbage. And I suspect that's going to be how it is for more than just the Titan. It's going to be that way for the Jelly 2 and anything with a non-user replaceable battery. Quite frankly, we're talking about an anti-right to repair attitude. And let me be completely cards on the table here. I really, really, really like what Unihertz does and is attempting to do, but they really need to do it better. I need to be able to repair this phone. I need to be able to take better video with it, and with any of their phones. You can put a gazillion megapixel camera into this phone, but if it takes videos at 720p, what's the point? And I know I've complained about this before, but this is such a simple and easy thing to fix, but they won't do it. They won't publish the Titan Mini specs for their video. And when I tried to contact them, I ran into the same stonewall saying, well, we don't have that information. We're not going to give it to you. And I'm like, you got to be kidding me, right? So quite frankly, we're done with Unihertz. We really want companies like this to succeed. But if this is the way, if this is their response to everything, if this is their response to criticism, if this is their response to, well, look, we're going to make a neat phone, but we're not going to support it after you buy it and we're done, no. I either have to be able to repair it or I have to be able to send it into you to repair, or something has got to happen. And I'm not sending my phone to China and waiting, 12 weeks for my phone to get back. It's just not going to happen. So at this point, we're not reviewing the Titan Mini. I didn't even purchase it. I didn't bother with it because I knew that was going to be an issue. So that's it. Thanks for watching. And I know that's nonsense.